Falcons and the Bears. These are two teams, playoff teams from a year ago, that stand at 1-2. So they knew that this was a crucial game. Now, after the Monday night disaster at the hands of the Giants, forget the tongue lashing that Mike Ditka might have thought about laying on the Chicago Bears. The Bears players had their own meeting, and they obviously had a pretty good agenda, because look what happened at Soldier Field today. And when Gale Sayers is in the stands, you figure it was their day. Walter Payton on the field, you figure it's their day. Well, if that doesn't inspire you if you're a running back, nothing will. And Brad Colonel Muster was into the Atlanta zone early.
Yeah, two great Hall of Fame runners, and the reason they got there, at least part of it, is because of that kind of seal blocking that you see from the Chicago Bear offensive line.
Neil Anderson takes the cutback, and look at him go. They were trying to bury him in the preseason, but he could go all the way. 49 yards, touchdown, 7-0 Bears. But on the kickoff, you know what's happening. Here's the kickoff. He feels it about the 10. And zip. There he goes, right to the seam, and the tackler. He goes into Atlanta territory, but finally rather Chicago territory. And Richard Fain, his high school teammate who named him primetime, member of the Bears, says hello right there. The return sets up a 45-yard field goal attempt, but the snap is high. And Jerry Glanville's special teams noted for their good play. That should not happen, and that led to a Bears field goal by Kevin Butler, 10-0 from Mike Ditka. Fired up Bears. Lemuel Stinson comes up hard, forces the incompletion. Steve McMichael with the sack of Chris Miller. Marcus Paul is in Miller's face. Incomplete pass. Miller gets one away, and he wished he did, because Marcus Paul is there for the interception. Carrying it into Atlanta territory. The Bears take advantage. Harbaugh to what become his favorite receiver, Tommy Waddle, and look at him go. 41 yards, a touchdown. His 100th career catch. Pay dirt, 17-0 against the Falcons for the Bears. For primetime, a rough first half, but for Andre Rison, a great first half. The defender falls down to Nell Wolford, and you know the words that Glanville and Rison have had. Touchdown at 17-7, Atlanta within 10. Is this how you do it? Falcons secondary coach Jimmy Carr strutting his stuff. Jerry and Andre talking about it, but they watch Neil Anderson run right, break tackles, into the end zone for a touchdown. The Bears rolling 24-7. Jim Belushi and the Chicago faithful enjoying. Harbaugh to Wendell Davis, touchdown. It's a blowout at half. 31-7 Chicago. Those are L-Dog, Jim Harbaugh's numbers in the first half. But with Atlanta, you got to be prepared to score points all the time. They tried to come back, but first Mark Carrier intercepts Chris Miller. See the flag, though? The Bears are offside, and Miller takes advantage. Here he hits Andre Rison for his second touchdown catch. 31-14. 10 catches, a $177, and 3 touchdowns for Bad Moon Rison. It's 31-21, and Harbaugh senses a Falcon comeback. So we got to get more points. Look at Neil Anderson over the shoulder despite the good coverage. And the pass to Brad Muster. First down. Football one hand, said Keith Jennings. Then Brad Colonel Muster in the end zone with the football. 38-21, the Bears lead. Deion says, kick it to me. But the next time he'd get the ball, line him up as a wide receiver. Well, you think he would draw double coverage? I think so. A touchdown pass to Rison, his third of the game, was the last play of the game. But it was the Chicago Bears. Neil Anderson and Brad Muster combining for 301 yards. Wow. And Jim Harbaugh throwing for 297 yards, 18 of 24. The Bears 489 yards of total O. This isn't Ditka ball, maybe, 41-31, but he will take it as the Falcons fall to 1-3. The Bears are 2-2. What about all the words between Andre Rison and his coach, Jerry Glanville? We talked with Bad Moon after the game.
You know, I think that the war between me and Jerry is over. You know, I don't think this game did anything to sweeten the pot up, but as far as, you know, cleaning up the animosity between the two of us. But I think we're ready to play football now.
I'm happy that we won the game, but I think I'm a realist. I'm not a phony. I understand where the problems are, and we're trying to find solutions to the problems. but we've got to play a hell of a lot better if we expect to win a lot of football games.
Oh, Mike obviously looking at the 31 points they gave up, but boy, the Bears scoring 41 points. Their offense was in high gear, Tommy.
Well, they were playing dick-a-ball in terms of running the football. Our own Joey T this morning said that the running backs, Brad Muster and Neil Anderson, would have to get on the corners that's outside the tackle and make people miss, and they did a good job of that. Here you see Neil Anderson sealing to the inside, giving Brad Muster the outside lane, and then once Muster gets his body turned north and south, you see what happens to DBs and safeties. Deion Sanders coming up here at the end, can't stick his head in, gets a chance to hit him up high and knock him out of bounds. So, you know, although Dicker will not be pleased with the way that they won and giving up the points they gave up, he's pleased with that running effort.
And the guys catching the ball out of the backfield. Anderson and Muster both running and catching the ball out of the backfield. The Falcons never could defense it. Running the ball, though, you mentioned, Tommy, that's what Mike Ditka wants to see. And today, he got over 200 yards rushing, 217 to be exact. The Falcons, they need to run the football, something we also talked about on game day this morning. Their 4 games, they have amassed only 265 yards and just 24 today on the ground.